Hey! Today we're going to be talking about signs and just more like a reminder to look at the signs and follow through when we see a sign. And signs could be literally anything, like angel numbers. You ask for a sign of like certain like animal or whatever, and it's like you see it, and then we question those signs, and sometimes we see the signs like multiple times, and it's like you don't want to follow through, and it's crazy because you asked for the sign or you like wanted some type of confirmation, but then we still forget to like do the thing. So I'm like trying to strain it, but it's not letting me. Okay, so that's really what I want to talk about today, because I feel like I need that reminder, and this podcast is literally about reminders, like to myself, and hopefully like this helps others. And obviously it's gonna evolve like later on, like I don't know, but I'm in this journey where I feel like I'm not in the place or the spot of giving advice and like me being an expert or anything, because I'm not. This is just me sharing my experiences and things that advice that I would give to myself, like again, reminders. So if this like helps you out, like I'm glad it does. But it's not for you. No, I'm kidding. This is like for all of us, and I think at the end of the day we all need reminders. So I'm here to give that reminder, and yeah. So welcome to another episode of Middle Medesco. Today we are at a parking lot because we're waiting for my brother. He's taking a test in the DMV. So while I'm waiting for him, I decided to do an episode. So I am super excited. And before I officially start the episode, I was just gonna start is to, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, share, because that supports the podcast and lets me know that you guys are interested. You want more of these like reminders. Again, this is like where I am right now, so if you want more of these reminders for now, like subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can also follow there, and in Spotify you comment. So again, leave your comments there below. I'm super excited. So with that being said, thank you so much for everybody who does listen. I recently was checking my YouTube studio, and I still haven't commented yet, but I will. But I was checking the YouTube, the analytics, and some of the videos actually have like only two videos, but one of them had like 100 plus views, and the other one had 65. So I was like, that's exciting. Like, I haven't had a video where it's more than, oh, my brother's almost done. Oh my god, I think he's coming. I haven't had a video where it's more than just like 10 views. So it's really exciting to just like my random videos, my random titles of the videos have like worked, and I did something in the algorithm to get a bit more views than usual. So that's really exciting. But with that being said, let's start officially with the episode. This week has been like, if you watched my previous episode, I said that I was sad. So it's been like a up and down, and it's really cool because I feel like the reason why I've been feeling better is because I've been seeing a lot of signs, or at least like a lot of angel numbers, and the numbers I've been seeing this week has been 333, 77, and 111. Usually like the usual numbers that I see is like 55, 88, but recently I've been seeing a lot of 333, like specifically like 3 threes, and then 7. And I'll probably put up like some pictures like over here, just like to show you if you're like watching this on YouTube. But I've been seeing a lot, and it's been freaking crazy because, interestingly enough, in my calendar that I have in my room, and like a little in the corner of notes, I have the number 333 that I saw like at some point in July, and I wrote like what the message meant, like what does 33 mean. And interestingly enough, it kind of like said about like set your plans, do the plans, like take action towards it, and trust yourself. And that's pretty much like the basis of it. At least that's from what I remember. Is like, and I think the biggest thing is like trust yourself. And I think that's something I've been like learning or experiencing this week, is like trust yourself. And so with like what happened this week, or like the reason I was feeling sad, it kind of like reminded me like you took that decision, like even though it's sad at the moment, like you took the decision like for yourself, like you put yourself first, and that's the important thing. And as much as it sucks, like the consequences of it, at the end of the day, like the byproduct or the consequence of that decision is way better, because again, I'm choosing myself, and I don't know what's gonna happen afterwards, but I'm still in the fluctuating of emotions. But I know like this was a great step with like my boundaries, with respecting myself and like loving myself and knowing my worth and knowing what I deserve. So when I was like seeing these signs of like this is the right move, like keep working, or like at least like remembering like what your goals are, which is buying my car, and just remembering those things. And when I was seeing the numbers like 33377, like 333, when I just like the number 33 in general, like when I was, and also I was watching like a video from Pedro where he explains the numerology, so he explains some of the numbers. So 33 is like more of like a collective message, so like what you do, it kind of like impacts the not just you, but like those around you, and it creates a whole ripple effect. And then for 7, the number 7, it's talking about more like an introspective approach, so like silence the external world and go more internal, like meditate, like really question and like think about like your own thoughts and whatnot. So I feel like that's really what I needed. And it's just like think about like what's been going on this week, how can we improve our mood, and just like take things, like no matter how we feel, like take it with love, if that makes sense. Like the feeling of love, like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just seeing things with love. Like at the end of the day, like all these experiences that we have, like they're meant for a reason, and then the choices that we make them out of a place of love and peace, and like knowing that like everything's gonna be okay and you're being guided. Even if we don't like see it, like, I see a lot of, like, again, a lot of angel numbers, but it's not like somebody's like telling me, oh, like this is the way to go. And interestingly enough, yesterday when I was so I have like this light bulb where I could change the color of it. So I was doing like not a meditation, but more like a visualization of like the color like violet, because I guess like purple and violet is a bit different, I don't know, but it's supposed to be the color violet, like a flame, and like you kind of like visualizing that flame and you going towards that. So it's like a healing thing with Archangel Uriel. I don't know how you say that in English, but Archangel Uriel. And so I've been having that color, like violet, in my room. And then yesterday when I turned off the lights, it was kind of scary because the color of like the room, like my vision kind of like went like orangey, and it was like a orangey, like a foggy orange. And did I have my glasses? I did have my glasses, so it was like I closed my eyes and then I opened it, and it was kind of like an orangey foggy. So I kind of like got scared. So I was like, am I losing my sight or something like that? And I just like closed my eyes and like kind of like let it go. And then I went to my phone because I was like that does not happen. And I don't know if like it was just my eyes adjusting to the light, to the darkness, or what, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like giving like little hints of, like sometimes I feel like I hear like a phrase, like not a phrase, like a word or like a noise, and it's like it doesn't make sense for it to, like, for that to happen. But maybe it's like I want to say it's either I'm going crazy, or just like they're giving me like little hints of like maybe when it like something like an actual interaction of some sorts happens, like I'm not like completely scared. But that's also what I'm hoping, because I would love to have like an interaction with an archangel or like any like spirit guide. So that's really exciting. But going back with like signs, like we really have to, like, as much as I love like seeing the 333s and the 77s and like it itself being a reminder, we forget to take action. And this week I've been wanting to go to like dealerships and whatnot, and I'm just freaking scared to go and I just talk to them and get information, just like getting information, because it's not like I'm going there to officially buy the car. I just need to go see the car, And I'm just scared. I'm just scared to go. I don't want to. I'm I don't want to because I just have to like actually put in the work, and it's also scary that like I have like a pitch, but I don't know if it's gonna work out, and if it doesn't work out, I'll be like also. It's like it's not like I'm gonna distrust the universe, but I'm gonna like doubt myself and like how is what I want, how is it gonna happen if if my only idea of like how I'm gonna get a car is like through the pitch I'm like trying to do. So it's really interesting, but at the end of the day, like I won't know until I actually go to the dealership and like just talk to them. And even if I don't do the pitch, I just talk to them and like figure things out, and being okay with like saying no, like I do not want to buy, instead of like being convinced, because I feel like that could happen really easily for me. But just like if we're seeing like a lot of signs again, if we're seeing a lot of signs and you asked for signs before, like I asked a sign maybe it was like in October, where I asked, is it a good idea to do a road trip, like is this like the path that I'm supposed to go? And I asked, let me see if I see an armadillo, it's like confirmation, like this is where it's gonna go, like this is what I should be doing. And when I was reading a book to like one of the kids I was babysitting, it was I thought it was an armadillo, but apparently it's a pangolin. It's like very very similar to a armadillo. um so when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, it's not dead, that's not a confirmation. But then I babysat another kid, and I was reading him a story before it was time for his nap, and the same thing, I saw an armadillo, but now it was like, it didn't say like the name of the animal, so I wasn't sure if it was an armadillo or if it was a pangolin. But I think it happening kind of like twice, like even though it's not the same, it might be the wrong animal, like maybe that is a sign, I'm not sure. But again, going back to like, we have to really see the signs, and when we ask for signs as well, we're not asking signs to ask for the universe, like if you exist, like if like you're not doubting the universe, you're doubting, it's when you ask for a sign is because you're doubting yourself and your what's possible, and getting some type of confirmation like this is the right path. It's not really about you not trusting the universe and asking like, if this is meant to happen, like you do this for me. Like it's not, I feel like it's, signs are not about that. It's about like, again, for you, and for you to keep going and trusting yourself, not about trusting the universe, like trusting yourself, trusting ourselves. And that's kind of like also really hard to like let that like let it be ingrained in our heads, because for many of us, we don't trust ourselves, and we don't trust what we're capable of and our potential. And we just gotta keep, and we, with these signs, I feel like we get reminded every single time, like, yeah, you keep going, you do this, there's somebody next to me. I hate when that happens. But yeah, with signs, like I also lose my train of thought. I get so nervous. But yeah, so if you are seeing signs, like, even if you don't take action yet, because I personally still haven't taken action yet, but let it like start what's it called, like start talking about it with yourself, with the goals that you want to, like the thing you're scared to do. So let's say for me it's the buying my car, so it's either watching more videos, which I honestly, I feel like it's all the same, I just gotta prepare on like what am I gonna say. And two, it's having that like that dialogue with yourself. So it's the what's it called, it's the back and forth. So like, let's say there's certain questions that the dealership is gonna ask me, so I just have to be ready, and then ready with my answers. And then I know I have certain questions I want to ask, so I just pretend like, oh, like, hey, how are you, da 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 da, yeah, I just wanted to see these cars, blah blah blah. And then, oh yeah, I have these questions, can you, like, I have a couple of questions, do you mind if I ask them? Or like, something like that. I don't know, I still haven't practiced, but it's little stuff like that, so you start getting out of your fear, and it's like that you're putting in the practice before you actually go in. So once, like, even though if we mess up when this whole situation happens, it's not as bad as it could have been, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just like, if you see the signs, like, really meditate about it, like, think about it, like, not maybe, like, because I don't really meditate, like, sit down in silence, but, like, definitely think about it, like, what do these signs mean, and just, like, following through and exploring that whole thing, the whole possibilities. And then afterwards, like, actually putting the work, like, even if we're scared, like, do the before, like, the work prior of actually doing, like, visualizing going into either doing the goal, the habit, whatever it is for you. Like, in this case, my example has been going to the dealership, and just imagine, like, roaming around and blah blah blah, and, like, talking to the dealers, to the car salesman, like, all of that, and doing your research. But again, don't doubt the signs. They're confirmation or guidance for you to keep going, because, you know, we are meant to do so much more. And if you already have, like, a goal or, like, a dream or something that you want to do, and little synchronicities keep happening, but you're not putting in the action, like, we're gonna be missing out on so much. And that's, like, one of the main things I've been, like, reminding myself and thinking about, is, like, if I don't put in the work, if I don't, like, follow through with these, like, with this guidance, and, like, putting in the work with the things that I know I should be doing, like, I'm gonna be missing out on so much, because every time you don't do the thing, it's always gonna be a no. So let's prefer to get a no by actually doing the thing, instead of getting a no that was always there because we didn't do the thing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've been getting a lot of signs, and there's been things where I was, like, I was in denial of like doing, but I chose to, like, do the, like, follow through even though I didn't want to. And because I did the thing, and if you guys, I did it with my oracle reading. So if you guys want an oracle reading, like a personal one, like, please send me a DM. I would love to do this. Like, the first 5 to 10 people, maybe like 5 people, I will do, like, for free. So if you're watching this video until now, maybe, like, that's a sign for you that you should, like, DM me and, like, get a personal oracle reading. And if you want a question and answer, it's probably gonna be like a 30-minute thing. But yeah, I did that it was something that I needed, like, guidance on, and I kind of already knew the answer to it, but I just needed, like a confirmation, I guess, or, like, yeah, a confirmation of, like, yeah, you, like, it's time. And that's what I got. And it was like, it couldn't have been more obvious, or, like, a more obvious response. And I still, like, doubted it, and I still asked for another card because I didn't want that to be the answer. But, you know, like, things happen, and then it kind of led me to take that decision that I was supposed to take since the beginning. And as scary, and I did that pre-work of, like, having that conversation in my head for, like, for, like, maybe 2 weeks. So, you know, when it was time to do the thing, I was able to. My brother's coming. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Just in time, I finished my episode.